How would we describe our line manager? If we asked others to describe what it's like to work with our team, what would they say? Are we as a team, are we as an individual, easy to work with and easy to work for? What type of environment have we designed for our organisation, for our people? As we work together, you can expect three things from me. First of all, it's to share the lessons of my experiences over the years. In my experience, there's three distinct flavours of CFO that tend to operate in the marketplace. Secondly, it's to also share and to teach some leadership frameworks and models that I've developed to encapsulate the lessons of my career over the years, but also my observations of successful teams, successful businesses and successful sports teams. Most successful teams ultimately become a type of family. Doesn't mean all the family members get on. And thirdly, is to do everything in my power to provoke thought, to provoke new ideas, to provoke new thinking. How would our line managers describe us? We're going to look at the key elements needed to develop a mission, a vision and a strategy for our team, for our department. What important elements feature in our team's mission, vision and strategy? How would we like our team to be seen? We're also, as part of this journey together, we're going to be looking at some of the activities that organisations typically engage in with customers and stakeholders, and to think about how we might be able to contribute positively to those activities. How can we bring new insights to the table that's going to drive value for our organisation? Stand back, think about the organisation as it exists today and what that means for you and what that means for how you might want to take it forward. So are all our people playing in position for them? If we don't feel like we're on the right path for us, it's going to be incredibly difficult for us to do a great job for whatever team we're working within. Are we playing in position for us? My background is quite an eclectic mix. So expect the unexpected. We can't control the weather. Wow. A 30-year international career in which I've been involved in turnarounds and troubleshooting. That was a bit of a blow. Over 50 acquisitions. An acquiring company often will look at a target, decide it's not for them at the time, but continue the relationship, and eventually a deal will ultimately be done. I've had a couple of personal entrepreneurial ventures that were quite challenging. That's it.
But I don't think I can reach from here.
No, do it more gentle.
Oh, sorry.
And I've also held senior and board roles within listed groups. How often do we think about return on invested capital? And in all of this, I've been lucky enough to be involved in, on the ground, over 150 operating companies. What do we do as CFO to continually round out our skills? This exercise has been carefully designed to share experience, but also to encourage reflection. What straightforward frameworks have we found that help us in our leadership? In my experience, the successful teams tend to cover four bases really well, and that's people, principles, mechanics and culture. And that's why I developed PPMC leadership as a framework that we can use. And the successful teams tend to do well across all. They're not perfect, but they tend to do well against those four bases. And that's having enough quality people in the organisation that they're able to be successful. They have clear principles that they tend to stick to, so everybody knows where they stand. Their mechanics, the operating mechanics and protocols in the organisation, mean that organisation's easy to work with and easy to work for. And the culture in the organisation means that the organisation's incredibly energising to work with and for. So that's PPMC leadership, and you'll hear reference to that throughout the course of our time together. Grab a notepad, grab a coffee as you go through this. Have we started to create that family spirit in our organisation? Do people feel like they're on the same side, in the same family? Make some notes real time as you go along. Do we feel that all the people in our environment will feel safe to do their best work? I pose many questions through the course of this exercise, and I hope you find it stimulating.